So we are going to start with a very basic redstone tutorial. So I got a bunch of the redstone items that that you might use for things, and I'm just gonna let Red kind of basically explain what they are and how they work.
Come here. Come here. Come here.
I feel like we're
There's your chest.
Oh, okay.
Just go through the items, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, well, the first thing's redstone dust. You want to explain that?
Well, actually, there is good explanation to this. Well, obviously, it's wire.
Yeah.
And it has two states, on and off, which is like having power or having no power, which is, basics. There are different amounts of power, which all that really means is how far it'll travel from that spot. So, a torch puts out maximum amount of power and then it fades over distance, which is actually realistic. Just in real life, it fades over a longer distance.
I just realized things you didn't put in there, but I'll get back to that.
But yeah, you can do this route around, whatnot. And if you have one by itself, it has two states. It has this, the cross, which means it's collecting power from all four directions. Or if you right-click on it, now it only collects power from below it.
Yeah, that's cool.
That is useful in certain redstone stuff, which
nice
complicated stuff.
Yeah.
It's just wiring. That's all it is. It's just electrical wiring. That's all it's for.
Electrical wiring. Right. Next we got
Programming. Redstone torches, which I'm actually going to mount on the side of a block, gives off full power, and it if you put I lost my redstone dust. If you put dust next to it, you get power. You get power because it's lit up. Okay. Now, if you put power into a torch, like if I put power on the other side of the block, it turns off the power. So you can use this for toggle switches or whatnot. Another thing that can be used from the entirety of redstone for complicated stuff.
Okay. Next we have a redstone repeater.
Now this has various uses. It's essentially the equivalent of a redstone string. The difference is, depending the position, depends on how long it takes to send it through. So it's a delayer. But it also resets your power strength to full after it goes through it. So it can be used either to make your power keep going farther, or to like make a timer, or like precision stuff.
That's how we made our horse racetrack.
No, there might be some for the sake of it's too long, but you don't need it for that. No.
Okay.
Not that type of timing. Different timing. This is old school timing.
I can't click on the chest. Alright, this is a redstone comparator.
Now this one I'm going to need some of these items I put in here. This does various things. It's a comparator, so thus the name, it compares. So like if let's see, get redstone here, and I'm going to do a second comparator here. I'm going to put a stack of chests in that, and then I'm going to put a stack of chests in here, right? So at the moment, there's power coming out, right? Mm-hmm. Now if I take items out of this chest, excuse me, game. Oh, okay, there. So this is compare mode, see? That torch that's on? Yeah. So see how there's no power in there, right?
So it only works if there's items in the chest?
I thought...
Red's confused.
Well, anyway, it can be used to compare things. I'm not doing this right, but... basically, one thing you can do with it is if you have two inputs, this can be used for like a secret door, right? If you know what you're doing, which I apparently don't. If you can basically have it so if the one doesn't match the other, the door will not open. So that's one use. The other thing is, as you can see, it has power when there is stuff in the chest. It can be used to detect stuff. This is used in...
out of the chest and it turned off.
Yeah. So this can be used for a lot of stuff. Again, this alone can be used for a door. Like if you have a item frame and you rotate the item frame, it changes how much strength of power. So there's that. I wish I could get that comparator to work correctly, but it don't want to. Anyway, you can compare stuff or you can just measure. Like if you have a cauldron, for example, it will measure how much water's in the cauldron.
Oh, yeah.
Another way you could have a secret door.
Piston.
Pushes stuff. Okay, specifically pushes up 12 blocks. But does not bring the block back. And you can keep doing that till you hit the maximum number of blocks. Now, if you replace that with a sticky piston, that doesn't.
Piston.
You need a sticky piston with a slime block to show its uses. A sticky piston will grab a block, so you can pull the block back to you with it. And if you put slime blocks on that, slime blocks stick to each other, so you can pull weird shaped stuff instead of just one block. You need a sticky block between the piston and the slime.
Honey.
Yes. Those will not stick to each other, honey and slime.
Ah!
Honey and slime both stick to each other and blocks, but not to each other, which makes flying machines work and stuff. They will stick to each other, but unless you have it on the piston, it will not move.
Okay.
They have to be touching each other.
Or an auto sorter into a hopper. We'll probably be demonstrating that later on.
This is teaching moment. Teaching. We're not too complicated shit.
That's what Minnie said.
We're not on complicated topics. It's actually not complicated, but yes, they're piston, push, pull if it's sticky. If it's not, only push. Slime blocks and honey blocks stick because they're sticky. This is an observer. What's an easy way of showing this? Bone meal. Give me some bone meal. And then, do you have a redstone lamp in there? Yes, you do. Redstone lamps, they give off light. This will light up when the observer observes the block in front of it to see if there's change. So there's no block in front of it. If I place a block in front, power for a split second, and then power for a split second. Or like if the ground grows, it'll measure that. You can use this for various things like farms. Very useful in farms, and flying machines need observers to work because it detects that it's moving to keep it moving. It's kind of a loop, infinite loop there. Hoppers. Redstone wise, it doesn't need any redstone. It just it grabs items that are thrown on top of it, and it comes out the bottom. Or if you click on the side of a block, it goes into whatever block that holds stuff like a chest. Redstone wise, if you power it, it actually stops functioning. It will not do anything when powered. And this, again, as mentioned in the chat, is useful for stuff where you want to control items.
Yeah, Yeah, we'll see all of this in play probably as well as we go on into the evening.
Okay, I'm just gonna put these next to each other because it's the same thing. This is a dispenser with the circle mouth, and this is a dropper with the triangle mouth. Dispensers shoot stuff. So, like, you can shoot arrows out of it. The dropper just spits an item out in front of it. So they have variable uses, variable uses. But yeah, the dispenser will, if you put arrows in a dispenser, it shoots them. If you put them in a dropper, it'll only just drop the arrow as an item.
I'm sorry, I was having
But wow. Wow. Lectern, technically not a redstone block, but it's in the redstone area because when there's a book in it, it'll give out a different amount of redstone power based off of what page it's on.
Oh.
So again, like you could turn to a specific page and it opens a door, or if you're making an adventure map, when you read the book, it activates something. And lecterns always remain in the last page they're on, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whoops. I accidentally copied the chest. Ah! My escape key fell off. That's why everything feels weird. My boyfriend dropped this keyboard at one stage, so it's a bit...
Come on, gotta get through the basics quickly, get this done with. This is a target block. You can use this for target practice, and it'll give out more power the closer you are to the center. So you can see how accurate you are if you have it wired up with, stuff. I need a block. I don't have a redstone. But this can also be really useful in redstone contraptions. It does some weird mechanic. I've never used it in my own stuff because I don't understand it entirely. It's pretty complicated stuff unless you know it. This is, let's see, what is this? As a stick, it moves from side to side.
I'm sure as my camera was pointing quite high up.
One side's on, which is right now. One side's off. You can tell by the red particles it gives off in the latest updates. That's about all it does. It just gives power. Most people know this stuff unless you're new to redstone. This is a daylight sensor. It senses daylight. It senses a specific amount of daylight. So, like, if you block off sun, it needs to be a certain time of day for it to trigger. But, I don't know if you know this, if you right-click on it, now it's a nighttime sensor. It detects darkness.
That's cool.
So it detects when it's nighttime or dark.
That's cool.
Which makes lights a lot easier to do in a village, because with a daylight sensor, you have to reverse the redstone power, where with a nighttime, it just turns on when it becomes night. Like right now, if you put the lamp down, bing! If I switch to the daytime, oh! It must be sensing light, because... Oh.
Interesting. Wait, why is there light here? There's light.
Not on my screen. It's just glitched. Put a daylight sensor on top of it. There you go. No light. Now if you click on it, light. There you go. Now it's working. I think it was because the daylight sensor was next to it, so it was seeing the light of the block, and so it was glitching.
Yeah.
Redstone does glitch a lot. Anyway, continue before my brain melts. This is new to Minecraft as of 1.19. It detects sound. Well, not really.
Thank you for the prime sub.
It detects vibration. So if you walk past it, it detects you. If you jump, it detects you. If you eat, it detects you. If you shoot a bow, it detects you. If you place a block, it detects you. It's basically what it does. You can use that for various things like scaring your friends or making a secret door. You can hear my my dead voice. This. Oh, do you have any string? Grab some string. This is a tripwire hook. If you put string, if you click string on the ground between it, upon touching the string, it gives off redstone power. I'm going to use a note block for the time being. Also, this is a note block. It makes music. There's about 15 plus instruments to choose from based off the block you put under it. And actually, as of the latest snapshot, not the version we're in, if you put in the newest snapshot, if you put a mob head on top of a mob head, like a creeper head or a zombie head or a dragon head,
why is that so?
It will play the sound of the mob. So you could put one with a creeper head on it, put it under your friend's house when they walk in their door, creeper hiss.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
Okay, here. Next demonstration. This is TNT. It blows up.
Why'd you make a mess for?
It gets powered by redstone or fire.
WTFFMs, thank you for the follow. Welcome in.
And then door. These are doors. They get powered by redstone. Pressure plates create redstone when stepped on if they're wooden when items drop. Buttons create power when pressed. If that doesn't make sense, I don't know how to explain it. It's a button. Jesus, this is count as a wood pressure plate. I've never tested. Yes, it does. There's a stone pressure, and then the ones I don't understand are the gold and iron pressure plate have special mechanics to it, like it can sense a mob versus an item or something. I don't know. It's weird. And it's raining again. No. I want noon. I want it to be bright.
No, phantoms.
Anyway, basics are done. My brain hurts.
If anyone has any questions, now is the time to ask. And if you do have questions later on, or you're watching this video and you have questions, feel free to just leave a comment on the video and I will get me or Red to reply to your comment.
I think it's easier to explain the individual stuff while building something. Yeah. To explain what it does than just saying redstone dust is wire.